Do you work in IT? I mean, really in IT. I bet you know what monitoring is then. What, you have a person checking all your hardware 24/7? No, you have monitoring checks and alerts so you can instantly restart any device that does go down. But that's your hardware. What if your hardware is working fine, but your apps and services are down? How is CPU load going to tell you if Dynamics 365 displays existing orders, but stops taking new ones? That's what visual synthetic monitoring like Alyvix is for. Tell you when critical services your users or customers need aren't working. And better yet, before they even notice. You see, synthetic monitoring doesn't directly check hardware. It pretends it's one of your users, someone who's trying to run one of your critical tasks. You know, the kind that makes you money. So what do I mean it runs your tasks? Well, you show it how. You tell it what to look for, what to click on, what to type in. Kind of like you were teaching a trainee employee how to do it, but you don't have anyone doing it. That's the synthetic part. When you're done, you'll have a software bot that does that task on its own every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, every 5 minutes, whatever you think is right. Run it more often on work days, less on weekends if you want, or just from 9 to 5. You've got complete control of the schedule. Alyvix and NetEye are also hosting friendly. You can securely separate users with permissions and define custom tags for quick searching. So step 1, build that bot. Break down your critical task into a series of steps. If your bot can run each step live, then your users can too. Let's say your app is Microsoft Dynamics 365. Then your task steps could be logging in, finding an account, setting up a new purchase order, and logging out. How do you build it? Use the free Alyvix editor to define each step on top of your Dynamics 365 interface. Show it what to look for, what to click on, and what to type in. The exact same steps a user would go through. And then tell Alyvix the longest time each step should take. That's where our warning and critical come from. Like if the login step takes more than 10 seconds, send an alert. Alyvix tells you when an app is having problems, so an admin can fix them. Hardware monitoring can't do that. 2, when you've built your bot, check it by hand or in NetEye. When Alyvix sees the password field, it types in the password. When it sees the sign-in button, it clicks on that. This is Alyvix running your task steps on your actual interface. That's the visual part. Alyvix watches the screen to make sure that your app responds to your input like it should. If it doesn't respond, if it's really slow, or it sees the wrong result, Alyvix and NetEye can tell you about the problem right away with alerts and notifications. Now the fun part, at least for IT admins. Go to NetEye with Alyvix integrated. Alyvix is what's running your bot however often you like. Let's drop in our new test case, boom, boom, and set it to run every 4 minutes. And now we wait while it's scheduled and runs. I guess 4 minutes is enough for a quick workout. Or we could look at the features that make Alyvix and NetEye easy to use, like tags. When you have a large number of test cases, it can be difficult to find just a few specific ones. NetEye lets you tag your test cases to show where they're located, which department they belong to, or how important they are. Then you can filter to see just those test cases. NetEye and Alyvix are also multi-tenant friendly. Permissions let tenants view or edit only the test cases belonging to them, and admins can filter test cases by tenant. Multi-tenancy lets you reduce costs by running many clients on a single installation. NetEye also works with time periods you define. If you want to run a particular test case from only 9 to 5, define that in NetEye and then assign it to any test case. Oh, let's take a look at how our test case went. Yeah, here our first report is ready. Or if we magically wait an hour, a bunch of test cases have run. What does a single report tell us? Check it out. Here are each of the steps we created for our test case. They're all green, which means they all work correctly within the time limit we gave them. But it also tells us how long each step took. So a report is a snapshot of how a single test case ran. You can see what Alyvix saw and even show it to your boss. Although of course everyone's really interested in what happens when something didn't work. So when a test run does fail, the report shows you exactly which step, with the actual screenshot right next to what Alyvix expected to see. That's proof right there you can use to show SLA violations for managed services. But what if you want to see what the trends over time are, or to see the details of exactly what's failing? That's when you want to collect test case data over time and dig in with analytics. Alyvix takes care of sending all that data to NetEye. Since NetEye includes Grafana, you can drill down into the details interactively. It's like magic if you've never done it before. You can see when response times are worse, like time of day or day of week. You can see when something is getting progressively slower. You can see when everything went down. And when something does go wrong, you can see exactly which steps took longer or how the user saw it crash. When analytics indicates a slowdown, the cause is often something else on the same machine. That's when NetEye, Elastic, and Alyvix can help you. An example? When you see a problem in analytics, go to the corresponding Alyvix report section and look for the day and time the problem began, using the timing data and side-by-side screenshots as a guide. Then within Elastic, you can see system and application traces aligned along the exact same time range. When you see anomalies at the same time, those are the possible causes we want to look at more closely. Like this one, which turned out to be a heavy machine learning job that slowed the whole system down, including our app. You know, any monitoring system will tell you how CPU load is doing. If you need to know whether your apps and your services are working for your users and your customers right now, you need something different: synthetic monitoring. Alyvix and NetEye, bring your A game with synthetic monitoring.